And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Play action now. Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Cousins going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Set. Look at it. 20. Do something. 8.
On third down, Newton. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Vikings. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to the ground, Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, we're good.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still
got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 41 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are in for 6. It's up and good, and the lead moves to 15-10. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He got 29 yards that time. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Hearns brings it in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Clifford! Where's your hot?
Again, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Giants ready to come out now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Come on, come on. Do some. Gun.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Newton now to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Let's rock now. Gun.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Do some.
Out of the gun, Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Set. 180.
They'll run with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Set. 180. Hey.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Set. 180. Do some.
To throw on second down is Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are in for 6. And he puts it through. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Third down here. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Going to let it fly for Rudolph. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Flush to his right. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Newton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, 31 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Rosas now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 93 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. To throw on second down, Newton. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Set, 180. Great. 20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He finds Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Do something. Hey.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Giants on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now out comes Minnesota. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Cousins. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cliff Averill in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the front.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Cousins now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Newton eluding the pressure right. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Emerson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Great. 20.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun. Do something.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he comes back with one complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
A give. This is Cook. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Go ahead.
They go play action. Cousins. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
One of the most exciting plays in football, a kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. And even 60 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Cousins. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily...
Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together.